Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Forex with a free S&P analysis for you today for the New York trading session dated Tuesday, 17th of August. A really quick look at an historical chart. Here's a monthly chart going back to late 1999. We had a 5 waves, a cycle degree ending here with a truncated fifth, 3 waves for A, 3 waves for B, which is 106% correction of A, working on a C at cycle degree wave to the downside. This cycle degree C wave is going to subdivide into a 5-wave structure. It's the only option for a C wave, and it looks like it's most likely to be an impulse. It has to be an impulse because wave 1 at primary degree subdivided into a 5-wave structure, and ending diagonal, which is the only other option for the C wave, requires each wave and every wave to subdivide into a zigzag, and this is obviously not the case with this downwards movement. This is obviously a 5. So we've had a 1, 2, and we're working still on the early stages of primary 3 to the downside. Taking you now to, before we jump into the daily chart, a long-term target for the end to the cycle degree wave C, about 344.09, but that's a few years or so away yet. Taking you now to a daily chart, just for the last year or so, where this maroon 2 is this maroon 2 up here, and here's our early part of primary 3 down, with a 5 waves down for 1, an ABC, very rare running flat correction for minor 2, working on minor 3 to the downside now. The overall trend is really strongly down. It looks like we've had our first 5 waves down within it, and our first correction to the upside. This up here may have provided the perfect entry point for a very long-term position for the S&P, a short position that you might want to hold for quite a while. This one should be really profitable. Our first target to the downside for blue or minor 3 to end about 9.48. Thereafter, if price keeps going, 835.59. This first target is where wave 3 blue will reach equality with 1, but the second is more likely where it will reach 1.618, the length of 1. This blue wave 1 took a Fibonacci 21 days. If blue wave 3 takes a Fibonacci 21 days, we'll be looking at an end to it about 31st of August. If, however, it's longer, it may end about a Fibonacci 34 days, around the 13th of September, give or take a day, or usually one day either side of those dates. And we'll be looking for an end to it around about those dates. We shouldn't see any movement above 1129.9. If we do have a breach on my hourly chart of my invalidation point, we shouldn't see any movement above this, that's for sure. Taking you now to an hourly chart, and here's our recent end to that downwards movement. And the second wave, an expanded flat ABC with a long C. My target to the upside was for C to reach 1.618, the length of A, at 1089.15. It breached that, but it's ended up really nicely, very close to 2.618, the length of A. It's just 1.25 points short of that. So that's a really nice relationship between the C wave and this A wave. Within wave C, we've also got some nice Fibonacci relationships in here. This structure here meets all rules and guidelines and is really nicely contained in its little trend channel drawn using Elliott's technique. Wave 3 red here is 2.17 points short of 1.618, the length of wave 1, and wave 5 red is just 0.37 points short of 1.618, the length of wave 1. So some really tight Fibonacci relationships in there. I'm expecting that this third wave, which must reach below the end of wave 1 green here, is likely to, in the first instance, reach 1.618, the length of 1, so our first target 1001.42. The second target is if this third wave reaches 2.618, the length of this first wave, at 940.12. So these are more short-term targets for the next couple of days or so, maybe up to a week or so. We'll see how long this one takes to unfold. So that's all from me with your S&P analysis, and I hope everyone's having a fabulous day.